Maharashtra's Western Ghats, along with its Konkan coast, is probably India's best kept secret when it comes to landscapes. So join me and my friends as we embark on an adventure across this spectacular region on our motorcycles. Some of the best trips are the ones that are unplanned. As we headed out from Pune in the afternoon, we only had a vague idea of where we were headed and for how many days we'll be riding. We took the Tamini Ghats route, which runs parallel to the Mulchi Lake for almost 45 kilometers. And as you can see, the views are just spectacular. Two hours into the ride, we stopped at Basho's for some great coffee accompanied by some spectacular views. Somewhere along the way, we took the decision to stay the night at Harihareshwar. But before that, we took a detour to a point where we thought we can catch the sunset if we were lucky. And it turned out we were lucky. Better way to end the day than with a nice cold beer and a warm bed. One of the reasons I'm repeatedly drawn to the Konkan is because it's largely untouched by commercialization. It still has that old, authentic village charm. The beaches are cleaner and deserted. Family-run homestays and resorts are the way to go. They offer peaceful ambience, warm hospitality, and great authentic local cuisine. Right after breakfast, Sagar joined us from Mumbai, and the three of us headed towards Guhagar, 90 kilometers south of Harihareshwar. And of course, we took the long but more scenic route. This road meanders lazily along the water's edge through dense forests, quaint Konkani villages, and lush green paddy fields. When you're riding a bike, you experience everything with all your senses: the heat, the humidity, the sights, the smells, and everything feels so much more real. Back roads like these are not the most well maintained, but they offer the best views. Progress was slow, both because of the condition of the roads and the stunning views, which forced us to stop frequently. Finding places to eat is another challenge in these parts. But we were lucky to find a roadside joint that served lovely vada paos and tea. We were finally able to make it to Guhagar just in time for another spectacular sunset at the beach. Today we decided that we were going to wing it and explore places around Guhagar. But first, we had to fill up at the local petrol station. This region is dotted with quaint little villages, most of which have both a temple as well as a mosque. Islam took a foothold here many centuries ago as a result of sea trade with the Middle East. Both religions have coexisted peacefully since. They say difficult roads lead to beautiful places, and it's especially true in this region. We spotted what we thought would be a beautiful beach online and headed towards it. The road, as expected, was gnarly and led us to a dead end. But guided by locals, we continued on foot through a small village and found ourselves at what, in my view, is the most beautiful beach I have ever set my eyes on. I will let the visuals speak for themselves.
This is why we ride. Look at this place. There's no way you would have found your way around here if you're not riding a motorcycle.
क्या बात है हाँ? Harihareshwar beach, ladies and gentlemen. It was raining till yesterday, and today is bright sunshine, and you can see everything looks sparkling green. This is, in my view, the best time to really explore this region. The rains are just getting over. It keeps raining, of course, once in a while, and that makes it even more interesting. But it is these back roads which I think is the true essence of the Konkan. There are miles and miles of roads like these, and you can spend days exploring sites like these. Absolutely idyllic. And then you have these quaint villages. This is typical Konkan country. As you can see, the sun is now going down over the horizon, and I think today will make for a wonderful sunset. As we made our way back to Guhagar to catch the setting sun, we bumped into Sanjeev and Amir, who were looking for
Amir.
us. They had just returned
I'm good. Nice
from
to meet
Mumbai.
you. Yeah. So again, we're going to what we call our own little secret beach. We discovered this maybe a couple of years back, and we've been coming here ever since. And this is the place. Yep, almost lost traction. And here we go.
Hello guys!
Now after watching the sunset, we are now heading back to a bar, which is my favorite bar ever. As you'd have noticed or guessed, Guhagar is not a place where you'll find real upmarket bars or clubs, and really that's not what Guhagar is about. And I come here precisely because there are no fancy bars, but there are a couple of bars, and right now we are headed that way, and I will show you why I think it's, for the moment, is my favorite bar. It sits on top of a hill, kind of on a cliff face overlooking a spectacular sight. It's got nothing to write home about. A couple of plastic chairs, cheap booze, but it's the vibe. It's the vibe that makes it so wonderfully a Konkan bar.
अरे हम लोग ऐसे में यू कैन बीट अस यार, हम लोग सिगरेट खाते हैं नहीं पीते हैं। आप दारू खाते हैं, पानी खाते हैं हम लोग।
We ended up exchanging stories late into the night with a group of young riders who we met at the bar.
What do we talk about now?
Let us continue the last night topic, which
As usual, Sanjeev's enthusiasm caught on with everybody, and next morning over coffee, we decided to continue exploring and headed further south towards Ganpatipule. Amir joined us as well as we rode through picturesque landscapes, hopping on ferries and stopped frequently to chat with locals. In our enthusiasm to discover secret beaches, we found ourselves in a few sticky situations, like this one where Sanjeev rode straight into the sand and promptly got stuck.
ना.
But that did not dampen his spirits as he proceeded to do his signature headstand on the beach. Moon too found his riding skills tested more than once.
अच्छा सुना, वो आदमी बोल रहा था थोड़ा आगे जाने के बाद तुझे
But we continued riding, playing hide and seek with the sea all along.
मैं भूल जाता, मैं काय का ब्लॉगर हूँ हैं? मैं खाली वीडियो फुटेज.
And just when he thought we had seen enough, we would come up on another view that would force us to stop, like this one. We got up early today to head back to our respective homes in Pune and Mumbai. As we boarded the ferry at the double jetty, we were treated to a magnificent sunrise across the creek that left us speechless. It was as if nature had saved the best for the last. As I rode back home, I couldn't help but reflect on this trip, the places we discovered and the people we met. I have traveled this region many times, but the beauty of its landscapes, the simplicity of its inhabitants, and the way of life attracts me a little bit more every time.